What's up, y'all? You know what time it is? It's about to be that time.
Savage.
What's up, everybody? We're back. One Piece 1080. And, yeah. This seems to be a banger. There's a lot of people in the chat already. There is a lot of hype that has come from Chrissy.
You loyal.
I don't know anything, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. Shout out to DK Dawn Knight 1993 said have fun with the Roger emote. Savage Evo Warrior member for 22 months. Yo, it's been a while. Happy Easter. Thank you. Appreciate that. Shout out to Mario Cell for rejoining as well. I also, in the Discord, they were saying that we're going on break this week, which is that's a little disappointing after we just had a break. But we did have a really awesome Theory for Theory with Dax Sake. You know, if you haven't checked that out, check that out. There's definitely going to be some content coming from, you know, some of the stuff that Dak and I had talked about. And, yeah, I'm seeing people say skip the title on this one. So it's another situation where we're skipping the title. Oh, man. Still building everything, but,
loyal.
you know, I, went and got some backdrops, which is something that's new that we never did for the shelves, but it's something I always wanted to do. So before I really start building everything, I wanted to get that all situated. So we got Marineford, Dressrosa, Whole Cake, and Onigashima Wano. You know, so I'm gonna build that there. Okay. I got Yamil said love the shelf background images.
Savage.
Love that. Dakota Barnes said happy to finally have a Sunday off to catch a live stream of the Legend, especially with such a savage chapter. All right. Okay. Justin Tejada, appreciate you joining the channel. Let's get into this. I'm going to start the OST for me here. We're going to pull up Viz. We're going to get into it. Third Eye Guy, Michael Lacoste, member for 21 months, said, I've missed the last few. I'm excited. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Ian Dar, member for 4 months, a happy Easter. As always, you know, no spoilers in the chat. Mods are good. Guy Fable, everybody's coming through with their member, their member chats. Guy Fable said, "It's time. It's time." We get everything ready with the soundboard here, because it seems like probably going to be pressing some buttons based on everything here. Let's talk before we get into it. Let's talk about where we expect things to go. All right, so got very motivated. Remember, 23 months said hashtag reassemble Joy Boy. Yeah, we know the content. We know the content. We had an amazing display from Shanks in the prior chapter.
You loyal.
An amazing display from Oda as he dispatched Kid. But the most exciting thing was the prospect of the boy Marshall showing up. So I don't know if we're gonna get Shanks content. I don't know if we're gonna get Marshall content. I don't know if we're just gonna get, you know, Straw Hat content. Maybe, you know, I'll accept some Cross Guild stuff, but I'm here for the Marshall content. So I want to find out who he brought. Who came with? So I actually did see the title here by accident, but I have no idea like what that's referring to, the hero of legend. So I don't know if that means we're getting Joy Boy content. You know, I don't actually. If it seems like a spoiler, I mean, I don't necessarily know what it means. Reader request: Kawamatsu and Hiyori enjoying origami. It's cute. All right, page 1. Pirate Island, full of lead, new world. Okay. Are we gonna start the? We're gonna start ascending early. Oh man. Let's see. All right. If he escapes, he's not the Commodore's anymore, is he? How much for killing him? We don't gotta put any money on him. The Cross Guild will pay for it. Got my money on him winning straight up. The payout's huge. How much for killing him? A 5-star bounty. That's worth 5 treasure chests, roughly 500 million berries. Normally, Navy captains are only 1 star. The hero of the Marines, Captain Koby, getting some respect on his name. We're seeing a bounty poster in the... Oh, God. All right.
Hot diggity dog. This place is
Hold on.
magnificent. An embarrassment of riches, as they say.
Yeah, we're getting Koby content, so... So the interesting thing is that the Cross Guild is putting this reward out. So that means that the... I need to know about the Rocky Port. So I don't know if we're gonna get any Rocky Port lore here. I don't expect it, but to put a 5-star bounty on this man means the Rocky Port incident was that big of a deal that Crocodile, Mihawk, and Buggy respect whatever happened there enough to put this bounty on this man. So this is fun. This is fun. All right. Something's tickling around my left pec. That's where the slaves heading to Meowkit are stored. Avalo Pizarro. He talks like that. Dak Sake and I were talking about this last week. So, Avalo Pizarro may not be on Egghead. Alright, so let's see. Look at Koby. Alright. Ooh, can we hunt them too, Pizarro? Don't even think about it. Keep your greedy fingers to yourself. Don't bring him back, and don't kill... just bring him back, and don't kill Koby. Or I'll tell Teach about this. Why is the rock talking? The rock. Do you smell? Why is the rock... Why is Dwayne Johnson talking? All right. Huff. He's already onto us. We have to hurry. All right. So... Marshall's out here with some slaves. Marshall D. Teach. This man's disgusting. So Koby's out here trying to save people. That's that's his thing. That's his thing. Okay. Okay, we're still here. We're still here. We didn't change locations. So we're getting premium Koby content today. All right. Thank you, Captain Koby. You could have escaped on your own, but you saved us too. I'll be a decoy. Stay on the move and get to safety. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take out Koby. He's a true saint. That guy looks like the younger version of the man from the bar in the Logetown filler. Ooh. 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 Ah. You could have just grabbed them yourself, Pizarro. Shiryu, not on Egghead. And Pizarro fruit reveal. The corrupt king. The Isle fruit. He is an island man. So he's Pika on steroids. I'd rather not have Teach up in my ear about it later. I'll only bust up the joint. Unless this is like a little bit behind, and we don't actually know who's there. Okay, then we've got there's Sabati bubbles on Pirate Island. Is it close to the archipelago? This dude really finally, got rid of the prism fit. Okay. Vasco. Vasco got rid of the stripes. All right, Vasco shot. What are you gonna do, huh? Are we gonna get a Vasco shot fruit reveal? They won't be able to escape if we burn the town down. Glug glug fruit. He's a booze man. That's basically just having the water fruit. This man's got the mizu. Does this dude really have like a Logia beer fruit? Perpetually drunk? Out here with the buggy vibes? I thought this man was gonna wear the stripes his whole life. Hey, don't you dare. No fire's going out of control. Teach will be furious. Blup, 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 blup. Alright. Real Pika vibes. Oh, man. Alright. San Juan Wolf. Does it said the henny no me? That sounds like a J original right there. Alright, let's see. They've only just finished repairing Rocky Port. Please give me Rocky Port lore. Give me Rocky Port lore. Hey, it's better than leaving it up to Wolf, eh? Man's sleeping. Huge fruit. Gigantification man. Alright. I don't think we knew that, but this was... Unless that was in a Beaver card. But either way, this has been highly speculated, so this is not a surprise. This man's out here riding the Sabati bubbles. Okay. Ah, I found him. Damn it, I don't think I could shake them. We are getting premium Koby content. Alright. I just have to keep them distracted until everybody else can escape to sea. Koby the hero. Oh, ho, ho. Ooh. Okay. I think we're getting a flashback. I think we're going to get some Rocky Port lore. Let me tell you, I got a plan to turn Pirate Island here into its own country. One that's a member of the world government. I'll be the king. Blackbeard Kingdom. How does that sound? Don't be ridiculous. You know they'll never fly. A country of criminals. Alright, so this is a flashback to not Rocky Port, but when he was captured. We've got Kuzan there, Augur. I jumped the gun. I got excited for nothing. Unless Now don't go trampling on a man's dream. Besides, I'm using your life as a bargaining chip. If the government and Navy give in to terrorist acts like these, then all hope is truly lost. Anyway, it's not going to work. I'm a member of Sword. Sword lore. Kuzan with the exclamation point. This man's just out here. Okay. Sword, that's supposed to mean something? He's right. It won't work. Give up on the deal, Teach. What it means is, he's Navy, but he ain't Navy. He's turned in his Marine code. Getting the sword content that I've been waiting for. Like, comment, subscribe if you're feeling the vibe.
Come with me if you want to live.
Okay. Please continue this. Ooh, ooh. Getting the Kuzan sword breakdown. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Alright. Oh. And shout out to the boy Marshall being in the chapter. Premium Marshall content. Sword content.
Savage.
It's about to get spicy. Alright. Think of Sword as sailors who have already submitted their resignations. Shout out to the 800 people in here. It means they can choose to fight the 4 emperors if they want without needing permission from above. Hold on. Am I tripping? Or does it look like Law is one of the silhouettes? Like, the middle one is, like, probably Drake. But to the left of that, that is like a Law silhouette. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that looks like him. Oda, why you doing this? Why you doing this? All right. Anyway, they can also ignore any and all orders they choose. They're wild card commandos. So this is why Dripper talked about agency to Drake, how he envied that Drake could choose what he wanted to, you know, act on or not. In exchange, the Navy assumes no responsibility for their actions and can cut them loose at any moment. Ooh. 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 Take a look at these silhouettes here. I'm not going to play too much of the silhouette game. Yeah. Ah, I see what you're saying. So that explains the folks who came charging straight for us. Unlike the usual mopes who sit around waiting for clearance. I like your style. But I'm not changing plans. I'll take this tactic as far as it'll go. Can the Navy really afford to abandon you to the cruel winds of fate when you're known as a hero far and wide? I'll put the question to the world and the damage it'll do to the government will be deep indeed. Keep him in chains until then. This will be fun, and don't let him escape. Yes, sir. Get back here, Koby. Wheeze, wheeze. Piranha content? I thought I knew where my Perona figure was. I was going to put it on the shelf, but I'm not going to waste too much time here. Okay. We definitely talked about this. We definitely talked about this, like, you know, in the case of everything with Moria, that, you know, Perona left Mihawk, so would she be a part of, like, any sort of breakout that would be here? You know, we talked about it. We said, all right, are we going to either Moria joins or Moria is going to get locked up and we're going to get like some sort of prison break with Koby, Law, Pudding, Moria, and probably Perona. So, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. All right. I had to team up with a pirate, but I'm out of better options right now. This is Koby's God Valley. And Perona's is Roger? Alright. See? Smoker is Luffy's real Garp. There are 3 Navy soldiers in the port. Ooh. Ooh, is Garp here? Are we getting Garp content? Garp, Helmeppo, and Hibari? Navy, that can't be right. Watch out, they're tough. But they would know who Garp is. Maybe someone came to rescue me? No, don't hope. It's arrogant. I'm ashamed of myself. Look at that Koby face. It's a meme. That's an emoji. All right. This is one of my favorite pages in a long time. Sword content. Moving over to the next page. Yeah. Oh, these are Prince Gruss's guys, or Gru's, or you know, whatever. Who are they? Why are they so strong? They're heading right for the middle of town. What are they after? Stop them. The bullets don't work. Ah. I've had enough out of you. Off with the man's head. Oh, this dude's got a Logia? My man is Clayface? Oh,
It's about to get spicy.
Man's got the clay fruit. Okay. Is it just me, or did that building move? I hope that we're building this clay guy up to just get trashed by some of Blackbeard's crew. Like, let's do what Shanks did to Kid, but have Blackbeard's crew do it to these guys, because I do not care about these guys at all. Love Sword. These guys are fodder in my eyes. I don't even know what this guy's name is. So, alright. Is it just me, or did the building just move? How much have you drunk? You're seeing things. Which way did Koby go? Go on, behave yourself. Keep moving. There's a weird lady here. Who is that? Come on. Act lively. Wipe that pathetic look off your face. She's whipping the building? What are you, staring at me? Huh? She's in the Navy? What's the matter? Never seen a woman before? Come closer, you sweet young things. Hujaku. Rear Admiral of Sword. Granddaughter of Suru. The Great Advisor, the Whip Fruit. She's a disciplined woman. Her sword is a whip. Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's
We've
get
got you
ready
surrounded
to
now, Koby.
rumble!
Open fire. Everyone shoot. All at the same time. No, I'm blocked in. Guess this is it for me. Alright, so somebody's gonna come in and save him. Is it gonna be Grus? Is it gonna be Garp? Is Kuzan going to out himself? Also, I'm just gonna take an early W, because if Sudoru's granddaughter is in here, then you know we've been saying Suduru is sword!
Another one.
And if Suru is sword, then Garp is sword! Leader of sword. Come on. Come on. Let's make it happen. Let's get that Garp sword reveal. I want to ascend so full. So full. Alright. Fire. Flowers. Oh boy. Does somebody have, like... Because you can't do this when the Hana Hana is already taken. But is this Grus's power or something? Oh, Hibari has a fruit? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Alright. Pretty stupid. What is this? Why are there flowers in my gun? They're GP flowers. Oh wait, is this is the Vegapunk thing, right? The Peace Project? Turn bullets into flowers. This was what was in the cover story. Hibari, what are you doing here? Captain Koby, over here, over here. If Hibari is here, then we know that Garp is here. Let's get the Garp content. Because I'm telling you right now. Yes. We believe that Law is sword. But the real theory behind the theory is that Garp is sword. That he is the leader, he's high ranking. This man does not want to be a part of any structure of the Marines. Don't take this the wrong way. But if you're hungry, I packed a lunch for you. Shot them with flower rounds. Yep, okay. Good, good, good. So this is tying into the cover story. And also, Hibari goes hard. Hibari goes hard. I like this. I like the strong female energy that Oda is putting into this chapter. Like, let's get some more ladies that can, like, really throw down. How's it coming, Prince? I just finished up, and Koby's fine. Alright. Shout out to Prince. Because my man, he knows a good jacket. He knows a good jacket. How about you? Hey, we're all set. Gollum. Glop Glop Fruit Clayman. Hold on, hold on, hold on. If he's the Clayman, then how do you have the other dude be Clay? Alright. So the other guy was a decoy that Grus made. Maybe? Alright. He created that dude. He had to have. Alright, anyway. Hey, was the square always so cramped? Did the buildings move in? Bring it down right in the middle. Okay. We're ready to go. Tashigi is here? Hang on tight. Garp content. Charge. Oh, I'm getting the goosies, people. I'm getting the goosies. I'm getting the goosies. I'm about to ascend. I think I'm about to ascend. Alright. Wow. A Navy battleship is coming out of the sky towards us. Let me get that Oda box. Let me get that Oda box. Does it mean who's on board? Just run for it. I can't. It's too crowded. Garp came in with the coup de burst. Alright. Look at the prow. The way I thought he retired. It's the hero of legend. Wahahaha. Vice Admiral Garp. Run for your lives. Get off the island. But there's no exit from the square. Where's the Oda box? Come on. Hey, pirates, Conqueror's coding. People were like, oh, Garp isn't, you know, he didn't, when he said that in Marineford about Luffy having Conquerors, that, oh, man. So you have it too? Yes, he has it. Vice Admiral Garp. Do you have any idea who you've taken prisoner? Koby is the future of the Navy. What have I said? Koby is the man who will rebuild the Marines. Did he do this for me? Oof. That shot of Koby is not looking good for Garp, though. He's my protege. Galaxy Impact. Ooh. Ooh.
That's what I'm talking about. So good.
なんというビッグニュース
Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Not me. Actually, I did. All right. Look at this damage. This is what top in the verse looks like. Oh my god. Oda! Oda! Shout out to my guy Fable. Said Garp hit the city with a with a key blast. Like, say hi to King Kai. Send you guys to another dimension. Send them to the home for infinite losers.
You loyal.
Look at all the loyalty in the chat. Shout out to Lucy B. Sword Agenda Peace, baby. Savage.
You loyal.
Now I know why Chrissy made me not go on the internet at all. She said on Twitter there were just things that like were just written in caps on images on the internet to make sure everybody was spoiled. Maxo, member for 23 months. I feel like Garp isn't in Sword, but essentially acts like he is. Doll says, did you get permission? Talking about Garp's attack on BB.
Loyal.
I don't know. That goes against the agenda, Maxo. So I appreciate your thoughts on that, but I gotta keep the agenda going. Original Kevin 97, member for 3 months, said, I already want to see Prime Garp. You don't need to sell it to me. Ace 2532, member for 8 months. Garp out here proving why he needed Sengoku to hold him down at Marineford. He packs a Kainu any day of the week. Sensational performance today, people. Yeah. Eric Veltri, member for 8 months, said, Galaxy Impact, all caps. Sad that I think this is the high before Garp's and Kobe's face is so much. Yeah, I just pointed out that face. That face is... Yeah. Sarab said, and boom, in your face, haters.
You loyal.
Say hi to your mother for me.
Savage.
Wally said this is the thickest lightning we've ever seen. Shout out to Mike for the sub. Ow. Check out chapter 966's cover art. Sewer's granddaughter is revealed there along with other sword member wearing something that hints about who could be her grandfather. Let's see this. $9.66, huh? Oh yeah, this is the Prince Gru panel. Yeah. Hints about who could be the grandfather. I mean, she's wearing like some Corazon drip, and I'm not even gonna touch that. I'm missing the hint. Yeah. That was from Wild Rift. Peter Falk said, Oda bringing us 2 incredible hockey feats in a row to really show us the room Luffy has to grow. Advanced Conquerors may be key to beating the Seraphim. Max said, listen, Randy, I gotta keep it real. Me too. Emil said, so Moria is here and apparently is alive. Yes, that was confirmed. That was confirmed. But we don't know. We know that he's alive. We don't know if he's actually here. He could be part. That could be a reveal. That he's on his way to Egghead, that he's part of that plan. And I'm okay with that. Because there's agenda there too. So, I would love if it was a situation where they're trying to find Moria, but they can't because he left. So, and speaking of that, let's take a minute to talk about who's not here. Because if we talk about who's not here, then that means that's who we're getting in Egghead. Marshall. You got Marshall on Egghead. Katarina Devon on Egghead, which goes into the conversation we were having in the last Theory for Theory of what happens if Katarina Devon is able to turn into Saturn. Then Rohige has access to the Seraphim, potentially. That's how he gets S-Snake. We know Marshall wants that love fruit. That's why he's going there. All right. Lafitte. Get some hypnotist action. Let's get some Lafitte action, period. He's low-key my favorite Blackbeard member, so I'd like to see Lafitte do something. Fight Sanji. Heat on Lafitte. You know that's the agenda. Let's see. Who else? Doc Q. Doc Q on Egghead. Burgess on Egghead. Is that all of the Corps? Augur on Egghead. Kuzan on Egghead. Blackbeard just left behind the, other than Katarina, the Impel Down schmoes. Because it's Bizarro's here, Vasco, Sam Lon Wolf, and Bizarro. Oh. Alright, so Oda is, instead of having Kuzan go up against Garp, which could still be a reveal that Kuzan is actually there and he's going to fight Garp. But it's leaning more likely that Kuzan is going to Egghead based on this. I'm going to stay unsold on that. I'm going to stay unsold until he actually shows Kuzan. Because this feels like a situation where Kuzan really could still be here. There's still that opportunity. Ace2532 said, now we have every single Blackbeard fruit revealed except for Lafitte and whatever zone Blackbeard is going to get. Also, if Kuzan turns, we should get Captain 10 revealed fairly soon. Hashtag Captain 10 Rouge. That would be my favorite outcome. We've talked about that. And that's a great call that we now have every fruit except for Lafitte and Blackbeard, which, you know, we're going to get that Lafitte fruit for sure. Very motivated. Have the Devil Fruit reveals changed who you think might be fighting who in this big Straw Hat versus Blackbeard showdown? And then Dax says, you better answer too, brother. We're going to talk about that. I don't have any immediate thoughts, but when I go through and I reread, I'm going to start like looking for context clues here. Peter Falk. What if Kuzan and Devon are bringing pudding to take Saturn's memories? I'm okay with that. Yeah. I still would like... I want Pudding to be able to do something other than that, though. That's good. That's good. But I want it to be a little more personal. Brandon King, member for 16 months, said, thanks for being savage, my guy. I ain't never gonna stop. Dak, my man, said, Moria is alive and apparently not working with Blackbeard. I think that means Blackbeard is getting S-Snake and S-Gecko from Egghead 100%. We talked about it. I'm here for it. So Rob said, Garp saw the coup de burst and said, I want that. I need it.
Savage.
Hot Diggity dog! This place is magnificent. An embarrassment of riches, as they say.
Meal said Helmeppo MVP. He did so much. I'm glad Garp got him. You know the man's top 10. Dax said the 4 going to Egghead. Aokiji, Lafitte, Devon, and the 10th Titanic Captain. So then where's Blackbeard? Bronco saying Blackbeard is fighting Law. So you think that's still going on? So Burgess, Doc Q, Augur, and Blackbeard are still on Winter's Island? Yeah, I guess that's actually a possibility. That's not that's a pretty... Oh man. That is actually a possibility. So we could go back to Winter's Island. W's in the chat. For Guild Tai Zoro. My guy Ty. He pulled up for the sword agenda. Dude, what did Ty say? Said, sorry I'm late, Captain. I had to share these hot takes. 1, Garp is an ancient weapon. 2, Pizarro should have a galactic migraine from that punch. 3, Vern getting hitched real soon. What up, Savage Crew? Is that so? Vern.
Savage.
Congratulations, brother. Love that. Love that. W's in the chat for Vern. I would laugh if Pizarro was, like, in the ground from this. Like, he wasn't somewhere else, but he was there. And he's just out. I mean, that's a good feat. That's a pretty decent feat for Garp. Like, if he takes Pizarro out like this, I don't need Pizarro. I don't need him in the end game either. Like, I want Garp to get at least one body here.
Savage.
We finally found the Pluton, right, Ty? Or this is Uranus. Garp is Uranus. Fable said Garp plus Helmeppo is greater than Kaido plus Big Mom, and Noah won't budge on this. Hey, look. You don't have to convince me. You don't have to convince me. This is better than than 2 Yonkos combined. Wait until this guy gets his his Cross Guild bounty review. 10 stars. Eric Veltri. What are my thoughts on the clear parallels to Marineford? So Garp definitely pulled up like Whitebeard, which I said eventually. I actually said that whatever the final war was, instead of coming from the ground, Luffy would come from the sky, which technically he already did in Marineford. But I liked what was brought up earlier, where it was just like Garp saw Kuda burst and was like, I need that. That's mine. That's for me. And I mean, everything's still black and white and everything here, because it's obviously not in color. But the way that Full is drawn, reminds me of Marineford a little bit.
Oh, real quick. This is a special chapter. Hi, guys. Happy Easter. I'm wearing this for Mars. I wear it every year. I'm also wearing pink today in honor of the Pink Alliance in this chapter as well. What a chapter. I wanted to come in and say one thought that I had.
Go ahead.
I feel like the biggest evidence this chapter that we got that laws and sword was when
speak the agenda, Chrissy.
Feed it. Is when Kuzan was like, and I said this in the chat earlier, but he said, you know, you're allowed to fight emperors, and it's like, who's someone that went against 3 emperors recently? It just felt like very poignant. Like, interesting. And where's my tinfoil bunny ears, right? That's I just wanted to say
that's my wife coming in, feeding the agenda.
feeding the agenda. Well, Mars, I think is looking for me. But I just wanted to come in and say that, and you know, happy holidays and everything. Talk your shit, Chrissy. All right, see you guys later.
Chrissy was cooking. She was. Law was out here fighting emperors. He didn't ask for permission. Yeah, let's go. Drake wasn't asking for permission either. Very motivated. I feel like Beatrix Kiddo at the end of Kill Bill Volume 2. Where's Smoker? He's going to Egghead. Smoker on Egghead. But it's kind of crazy that Tashigi is over here, though. Smoker really should be on Egghead. It would be interesting if he was here, but it's better. It's better for the story. But to split them up is weird. That's weird. But I think if Oda was going to split them up, it's because he's already doing way too much with Zoro and Egghead. Like everything to add Tashigi into all of that would be too much. But I mean, at least Shiryu isn't going, because that was one of my big complaints. Like I wanted Shiryu on Egghead, but I was like, is Zoro trying to fight Shiryu and Kizaru and S-Hawk? So this makes sense. Alejandro Salas said, do you think Wang Zhi had the island fruit, and that's why there's a skull-shaped mountain there? Also, Lafitte is the only one fruit not named. Yeah, we did talk about that. That's a decent fruit to have. But the thing here is, like, I'm not excited about the island fruit, because it's just Pika. Oda, why are we doing the Pika 2.0? Why are we doing it? Like I'm kind of underwhelmed a little bit by some of the fruits that the Blackbeard Pirates have. It's like Oda was like, well, I already used up all of the good fruits, so, all right, we'll redo this. We'll redo Pika's fruit, we'll redo Bon Clay's fruit, but we'll just make them better and stronger and amplify them. And then, Burgess's fruit is just kind of like, okay. Augur's fruit is cool. We have the return of the clear fruit. I am a little interested in seeing how the booze fruit like plays out. That's kind of. I almost want Zoro to fight Vasco Shot now. As the resident alcoholic on the Straw Hat Pirates. My guy Vern & Co. said, I just need to say lots of people trashing Garp for saving Koby, but not Ace. Garp lost Ace and decided he would never let that happen again. Spit, my man. Spit. He can also save Koby without, like, losing face and position and, you know, sacrificing his position with sword and everything like that. And Ace neglected what Garp wanted, whereas Garp says exactly why he saves Koby over Ace in this chapter. Koby is the future of the Marines. Garp believes that good Marines can come through and like alter this and change the world and bring about that positive change that I believe Garp truly does want, which was, you know, also instilled in his son and his grandson, subconsciously. But Ace didn't want that. And if he tried to save Ace, he would have just gotten locked up. How are you going to save everything if you're going to... from a cell? That was one of the hardest thing... That was the hardest thing Garp probably ever had to do, is just sit there and watch all that happen. That's why Garp says, like, why didn't you just live the way I wanted you to?
Savage.
Because then he wouldn't have been in that position. Should Garp have acted? Sure, but there's a lot of things that are bigger than that in the story, so, yeah. So going back to what Barry said about the, you know, the devil fruit reveals and everything like that, I love what Dak talked about last week with Samwon Wolf fighting Robin. I think that's fun. I still want heat on Lafitte. So I'm not like Pizarro versus Sanji. Zoro already fought Pika. So does that mean that Sanji has to do it so that he can feel like he one-upped him in some way? Like, is that why we're gonna fight Pizarro? So that they both fought like island men? I guess there's something to that, but who would be better? Who is actually suited and capable for doing that? That's a tough one. Maybe it's Nami versus Pizarro? And it's like a huge upgraded, you know, it takes weather to find, you know, and lightning to find his real body. And he's got this wide, expansive...
Savage.
Well, I would hope it's not the exact same thing as, like, you have to find his real body inside the island in order to get to him. It'd be better if he had, like, a, you know, more of a weakness than Pika did. Like, his fruit is stronger, but he's able to be hit more easily. So if Nami just starts a big storm, like, he just keeps getting electrocuted. I don't know. Fable said Nami's good at holding her liquor. We know this. We do know this. So, Nami versus Vasco shot. I still think Nami versus Katarina Devon is still probably most likely. You know, that's the Oda thing. I think he's setting up Vasco shot as like a Jinbei thing. Jinbei's got water, this guy's got booze, like blah blah blah. It could be anybody. Like, at this point, it really could be. There's arguments made for a lot of things. My guy Ty, member for 10 months. We know it's longer. Fable's attorney said Garp may be the culprit behind Jaya's missing eye. I mean, with that level of destruction. Look, I still think that there's a connection between Garp and Calgara and like the monkey family with Jaya. Because Calgara was introduced doing the same thing that Garp was like essentially introduced with like his first attack, like a giant cannonball. And Calgara's grandson looks exactly like Luffy. Or not grandson, his son-in-law. Sorry. Seto.
Savage.
So I think at some point, like, there has to be some sort of a tie there. There's got to be a tie there. Like, that's where the family came from and then went to the East Blue or something. I don't know. Tinfoil. Speaking of tinfoil, Wordy Omen said, tinfoil time. The Sunny, piloted by its own club waterman, will 1v1 Pizarro, making Frankie someone who can make an island-destroying ship on the level of Pluton. Nothing less for the Pirate King's shipwright. Now that's fun. That's fun. Frankie and the Sunny versus Pizarro with, instead of like a, you know,
Savage.
Really throwing hands, we're throwing gown cannons and stuff. Oh man. Sunny piloted by its own club waterman. That's, I mean, that's the tinfoil part. I'm kind of like more so doing Frankie, but Frankie versus Burgess is something I really want though. I really do actually want Frankie versus Burgess. Maxo said, I love the idea of us actually getting the Nolan Calgara reunion in Luffy and Cricket. Yeah. You know, let's set that up. Let's tee that up. I've been a big, I don't talk about that one a lot. I did go into like the Joy Boy as a snake theory a little bit, but like that is one of my favorite connections. And I think it would just put Jaya on another level if Luffy is actually like a descendant of Calgara and like we never knew. Because you know, one of the big theories, I think Joy Boy Theories was one of the originators of it, but that Usopp is Mont Blanc Usopp. Like, I love that too, but just if Luffy's related to Calgara, then you just have like all of the stuff with Wiper, all of the stuff with Cricket. Just Skypiea is just gonna hit like so crazier. So Keenan Cookson said, Garp given Hachinosu the Lucia treatment never existed. A complete fabrication. We made it up.
Savage.
Daxake said Vasco Shot versus Brook. Shot has Binks's fruit, maybe? Ooh, we're getting spicy. Vasco Shot has Binks's fruit. Now that I like that. I like that. What is the Japanese etymology of like his fruit? Because that's another thing too. Is like I'm going off the Viz translation, but I want to know what the blank blank no me of it all is. Because there's usually something is going to be hidden there. Lucy B said, by the way, JD Legend's reaction to this chapter is even better than the last one. Just wanted to mention. Well, he's seeing Blackbeard. It's Marshall content. Davon, aka Schoolboy Beat, said, still don't know the 10th Titanic Captain and the 10th Nakama. I mean, I still would love if it's a Rouge, but I think the easy answer is that it's just Kuzan. You know, but I mean, like, if we do get some sort of a reveal, that's great. And I would love for them to, like, pick up York or something. I've been really, like, growing with that theory. Fable's attorney has approached the stand to speak for himself. He said, my client Garp has successfully defeated all the slow and old allegations. True facts.
They called me a madman. And what I predicted came to pass.
Sensational.
Catching up here, catching up.
It's free real estate.
There's so many good points for so many, like, different fight matchups. Peter Falk said the Shandian's leader had a dog mask like Garp too. Yeah. I think it's Galaxy Vita is always pulling that one out. Maximilian Evans, do you think Big Mom will return to the story since Katakuri and the rest of Big Mom's crew won't be enough against Blackbeard and we need to see her in Elbaf and see Luffy take her down? If anybody's coming back, it's going to be Big Mom over Kaido. I've talked about this. I do think that this is a great opportunity for Katakuri to, be involved in some way in something. Katakuri at Egghead. I don't know. But wherever... or Katakuri gets involved at Winter's Island and that's how Law escapes or something like that. I don't know. Chopper versus San Juan Wolf, said Yamil. I said, I hear you, Captain, updating the OST. Yeah. I added an extra hour to it. Leo Dog said, I have to say it one last time, Vivi versus Pizarro. So I love, we were talking about that last week in the Daxake Theory for Theory. Vivi versus Pizarro, the corrupt king, versus the pure queen.
Savage.
Is fun. But with his fruit now, with the fruit reveal, Vivi is strong, and I will always, I will If Vivi gets a fruit, yes. I still want it. I still want it, but I mean, like, if she's just going with the peacock slashers, that's not gonna fly. Hibari versus Usopp, who's the better sniper? Well, she is a little girl, so we'll have to find out. That's, you know, that's Usopp's thing. Maxo, clarifying, because I guess there was some confusion in the chat there. Wiper would be to Luffy as Kuina is to Zoro, like a distant cousin. Same origin, but different family lines. Someone was saying, would that make Wiper Luffy's brother? No. Because they would have split off. Like, you have the ones that went to the sky, and then you have the other ones that went to East Blue. Same thing, like, with Zoro's got family that were in Wano, but he also has family at Shimotsuki. Lucy B said, Garp be like, no island means no kingdom for you, Blackbeard. Garp's gonna land, pull up to the rubble of Hachinosu.
Hot diggity dog! This place is magnificent.
Let's see. I really love how Garp was just like, I don't need the Gura Gura no Mi. I am the Gura Gura no Mi. Like, Garp really has, he's got the nuke no Mi. I'm just looking at this panel again and I'm just like, this is, oh my god. No fruit. Just hockey. Destroyed an entire island from the sky. I have to bring Neil deGrasse back. It's just, it's premium Ascension. This is the Garp content I wanted. Ty said, "Are you a neighborhood? Have you been injured by the Navy? Then you may be entitled to compensation."
Savage.
Sengoku wanted to make sure that Garp didn't do this to Marineford. Brandon. Barry Motivated said, all these weapons of mass destruction jokes, but Garp already told us nothing can stop a fist of love. Man really pulled up to save his true son. This is what Shanks would do for Luffy, I think. Because that's the relationship here. It's almost stronger, I would say. As I said, there's no such thing as a hockey man. I'm looking at one right now. This man has the hockey no mi. I don't know a damn thing about hockey. Let me be clear. That's going to have to make a return for the analysis. We're going to talk about hockey. I need a... gotta get that on the soundboard. Wish it was green screen, so I could just have it on the soundboard and it wouldn't take up the whole like screen. All right, let's go into this reread. Let's see. First, John 67B said Mad Monk Rouge versus Princess of Alabasta Vivi. That'd be tough too. You know what the other thing though? After I still love the idea of Aruj being the 10th Titanic captain, but after the reveal of Burgess's fruit, I feel like it's less so. Just because I feel like Aruj's fruit is just a different kind of version of what Burgess has now. Burgess has the strength fruit, but you know, Rouge gets power from impact. You know, he's a walking impact dial. Or a reject dial. King J said the Japanese name is the Glug Glug no Mi. That's the... okay. So it really is the Glug Glug fruit. That's funny. My son has this little like grape soda toy with like googly eyes, and he's had it like since it was one of the earliest toys that we got him, and the name that I gave it was Glug Glug. So it's funny to just see Glug Glug all throughout the chat there. Emil Diaz said, last chapter we got Roger's attack performed by Shanks. This chapter we got Garp's. Combine both of those and that's what Roxy Zebek fought against. Get that God Valley content. Maxo said, Randy, I'm gonna make you some One Piece lo-fi. Okay. Dizza said, Vivi gets the Yuki Yuki no Mi. I mean, hey, I want that. I want that. I've wanted that. It's either that or the, you know, the Paw Paw fruit. W's in the chat for K Pro N. The tinfoil. Since Shanks' appearance with Whitebeard, the idea of time appears with him. Betting on the future. Made it in time. Almost time. It's time. Lost track of time. Maybe he really can see into possible futures. This could play into Roger's We're Too Early. So, I like that you bring that up because it's almost like it's a two sides of the coin with Blackbeard as well, because anytime we see Blackbeard, it's not about time, it's about fate. So, you know, him, Augur, Lafitte, Daku, like they're always talking about, you know, predestination. You know, everything is predetermined. Nothing is controlled. Anything that happens is just the way that it was supposed to be, and it's going to be in our favor. Whereas Shanks adopts more of like the philosophy that Hone had. Like, you know, we may be able to see into the future, but we're able to change it as well. Whereas like Blackbeard and his crew, I don't think believe that. I think that they feel like everything is set in stone. It's an interesting philosophy because I feel like Shanks would probably know more than Blackbeard does, maybe. You know, if he had conversations with Roger, you know, or Rayleigh about anything that they saw. It's going to be interesting to see who is actually where we are on that. You know, there's no fate but what we make for ourselves, or we have, there is fate. We don't make it. 500 chapters ago, Shanks ended the war. Today, Captain Koby incident occurred. Wow. And last chapter, we had Shanks used an attack. Let's take a look at this chapter again. This one needs a proper reread. It needs a proper deep dive. Okay. So Koby is back on his udon vibe. He's carrying somehow he got out. Somehow Palpatine returned. And he's holding the steel ball. He's walking around. We've got Pizarro making the skull speak, which is just a funny dynamic. And I think that was entirely like Oda's decision to give him this fruit, or give somebody that fruit, because he wanted to make the skull speak. Barry is saying Rayleigh over Garp. That's a hot take. I don't know. If we're gonna start power scaling and all that, I mean, it's Garp equals Roger, and then it's Rayleigh for me. But I'll put it this way. If Rayleigh wasn't out here in the Chanclas, I'd probably put him over Garp. So I'm going to power scale just off his drip. And Garp's got more drip. So he's stronger. Let's see. Okay. Barry, I mean, that's just...
You loyal.
The way your comment worked. Oscar Cruz, member for 21 months. Love how competent and capable the Sword Squad is. It just makes me feel good, because I've been, riding the Sword agenda. So... here for all of this. Absolutely all of it. Okay. So I think what we're getting here is probably in some way a microcosm of what happened on during the Rocky Port incident with Koby saving people. Chrissy, member for 22 months, said Rayleigh low diffs Garp. I'm with Barry.
Chrissy, wake up now! Chrissy!
I don't know. We got a long neck here. Shiryu is here. He's gonna be the biggest problem, I think. And I don't mean that literally, because San Juan Wolf and Pizarro are both objectively bigger problems, size-wise. I love how, it's great when you've seen the end of everything and then you go back to the beginning, but you see things like Pizarro, could have stopped a lot of this, but he didn't want to destroy the island. Meanwhile, we got the galaxy nuke. So Rob said, King of Lightning said Garp is Virgo level? When was that? When did he say that? He didn't say that after this chapter. Let's see. Just because a man is a vice admiral doesn't mean he's a vice admiral level. Look at me power scaling. Anyway, there's something about Vasco's shot just chilling on these bubbles that really does it for me. Pizarro just rising up from the ground, looking outside with Shiryu. Let's see. They won't be able to escape if we burn the tent. No fires going out of control. Teach will be furious. I don't like the way that... I don't like the T-E-E-C-H for teach. It's the, the Zolo of the Blackbeard crew. I am a big fan of T-E-A-C-H for his name. Let's see. I love this. They've only just finished repairing Rocky Port. Are they implying that Rocky Port is a port on Hachinosu? I think they're implying that Rocky Port is Hachinosu. They won't be able to escape if we burn the town down, huh? Hey, don't you dare. No fires going out of control. Teach will be furious. They've only just finished repairing Rocky Port. Hey, it's better than leaving it to Wolf, right? Don't mention. What's the chat's take on this? Is the consensus that Rocky Port is just a town on Hachinosu? Emerald 005. Randy, what's your hot political opinion on mangoes? I love mangoes. Vasco's shot as a hockey nose? Oh, God. Emil said it is a rocky island. I mean, you got that for sure. There's enough ambiguity to go either way, said Hombre. Fable saying yes to Rocky Port being on Hachinosu. Lucy B saying yes, seems like it. Hachi Port incident. I mean, I guess it makes sense. So let's take a moment to talk this out for a moment. So Wang Zhi had control of Hachinosu. An incident occurs where Koby is the hero. Law was the mastermind. Blackbeard wanted to take over the island because part of his dream is to have his own kingdom and be a king. So on top of probably being the pirate king, he wanted, to join the world government. Probably should have, handled his business a bit sooner so he could have participated in the reverie. But hey, whatever. This almost makes me think that 1081 has to be like going back to Winter's Island if we're not done with Law and Blackbeard. Like, let's just air it out. Like, let's find out exactly what the Rocky Port incident was. And I had said that Sword would likely, be a big part of what the Rocky Port incident was. And here we are with a bunch of Sword members at Hachinosu, near potentially Rocky Port, maybe again. But did Blackbeard overwhelm them to the point where they fell back and was like, hey, you know what, just let him have the island? Is Law really? I mean, they're fighting, so he's not the 10th Titanic captain or anything like that. I mean, I don't know if it changes too much of my Rocky Port theory, but I did like the idea of it being somewhere else, and that they were drawing Wang Zhi away from it, based on, because my idea is that Wang Zhi was probably being offered a warlord position, but Law wanted it, so he got involved. And then his needs kind of aligned with Blackbeard, so there was maybe a temporary alliance, you know, and that's in the event that Law isn't Sword. Or him and Koby, you know, just were trying to take out Wang Zhi, and Blackbeard managed to, like, kind of swoop in and take advantage of what they had done. I'd actually love if Blackbeard wasn't involved in Rocky Port at all, and it for a little bit became like marine controlled or something, and then that's when Blackbeard swooped in and was like, nah, I'm taking this. But I also, you know, love the idea of the Rocky Port incident being the moment where Blackbeard and Kuzan form their alliance. Like, that's like whatever happened led to Kuzan earning Blackbeard's trust enough to let him join. And maybe it was actually Kuzan that pushed the Marines away. Now, he saved the citizens. Here, Blackbeard has a bunch of slaves. Was Wang Zhi bad? Was he good? Was he neutral? Did he have slaves? Did he let people just live on the island? I think he was like the underworld kingpin or something. But, like, I would love if that was like a tie for it. And he was more like, you know, it was more like Dressrosa and Doflamingo's situation, but, you know, where, like, he didn't necessarily interfere too much with the people, but now Blackbeard's there and he's more heavy-handed with everything. I said Rocky Port's got to involve slaves, right? Or just citizens. Just, I don't know. I mean, like... Chrissy said, please, more sword content, Oda. I love this chapter. Like, let's just get that out there. Like, this is what I've been waiting for. I'm the sword defender of the community, and I got sword content. Premium Ascension sword content. So this is fantastic. Hot diggity dog. This place is magnificent. Yeah. So we've got the fodder, like, Pinkbeard, Peachbeard type pirates that are chasing after Koby again. Koby the hero, let me tell you. Fable said, all this talk about Conqueror's hockey is hilarious. Yeah, I'm in and out on it in the chat. I'm trying to keep up, but it's just... There's so much. Wally said, next chapter, Dragons Showcase. I mean, that'd be kind of nuts. So, let's... If Oda is really on this showcase agenda. We got Shanks showing out. We just got Garp showing out. Is the next chapter where we see Blackbeard showing out. Take it to a different emperor. We see Buggy showing out. Top tier Yonko. Well, actually, I would love to see Crocodile and Mihawk show out. That needs to come. That needs to happen. I would love if he, like, did it in threes, like so that the next chapter was a show out for. I mean, even Dragon was brought up, you know, in the chat. But it's like, what would Dragon be fighting? We haven't even set up the dragons in a conflict right now. So I don't know if it's going to be that. But I'm kind of leaning towards Dak's idea from earlier that the fight on Winter's Island is still going on, or that they're on their way back. Could you imagine that this plays out like this? Sword starts showing out. Garp continues garping, and we think things are looking good. Maybe they take out a couple of the Blackbeard commanders. I wouldn't neuter Shiryu, though. I think Shiryu needs to maybe get a body. But, we just get a big all is lost moment as Blackbeard pulls up. With Augur. With Burgess. With Doc Q. With Law. With Pudding. And it really is just like Kuzan, Katarina, and Lafitte. Maybe somebody else that went to Egghead. We're not getting Blackbeard on Egghead, but we're getting his pirate crew. I mean, I do like the idea of Blackbeard being a part of Egghead, because that is like premium content for a incident. But I don't think there's any tension or drama unless Blackbeard and Garp actually scrap here. Because none of these other guys are going to kill Garp or do any damage to him. So it's got to be Blackbeard. And we're talking about how Blackbeard would be mad if he sees his island crumble. So let's let Garp, like, break the rock. The skull rock. Like, Blackbeard pulls up. Maybe Garp's looking real good and then Augur, like, warps Blackbeard right into, like, Garp, and, you know, we get some Blackbeard, we get some Marshall content. I don't know. K-Pro-N said, what are the chances of Cross Guild being made up of all former warlords except Jinbei and Blackbeard, of course? So you think Hancock on Cross Guild? I can't see that. Weevil is in Impel Down. Moria Cross Guild I could see. Doflamingo, maybe, but the thing about that is like too many people would want to know what the hierarchy is between Croc and Doflamingo, and for me it's always Croc over Dofi. So, I mean, seeing Doflamingo take orders from Croc would definitely feed some agenda that I have. So, I don't know. Law stole Blackbeard's ship and is showing up to Egghead. I don't know about that, guys. I don't know about that. Got a plan to turn Pirate Island here into its own country. One that's a member of the world government. Why would Blackbeard want to be part of the world government? It would make more sense with everything that we've seen that he would want to, like, eventually destroy and... don't know. Maybe he's content with the order of things. I don't know.
Savage.
Cape Rowan said safety in numbers kind of thing. I get that. But, I mean, we're not going to get Kuma in Cross Guild. A lot of things would have to manipulate and maneuver in the story for Moria to get there, and he's the only one that reasonably, like, I feel would fit the vibe. We need to get the Impel Down 2.0 before we're going to get Dofi involved. And I feel like Dofi is just going to be on his, like, own agenda. We'll get Dofi back at some point. We will get Impel Down 2.0. Fully believe it, but he's not going to be a team player. He's going to go off and do his own thing, which, you know, might mean taking down the Celestial Dragons, which aligns with, you know, our end goal anyway. Maximilian Evans. In the chapter where it talks about the Egghead incident, it focuses on Luffy's poster, and I am pretty sure Akainu or the Celestial Dragon says it's him again, talking about Luffy, not Teach. Yeah. No, I mean, that's exactly what it is. Luffy is at the forefront of another, you know, major thing in the world. And so... Paper Ryan said BB gets access to the Holy Land, PB. Yeah. So I there's the want behind the want, right? Blackbeard wanted to become a warlord to get access to Impel Down. Blackbeard wants Pirate Island to be its own country to get access to, like, Marijoa. But see, like, this would, like I said earlier, this would make more sense to me if this was before the Reverie. Because then Blackbeard would go to the Reverie and he would get whatever he needs from Marijoa. And whatever Blackbeard's doing isn't going to wait another 4 years for that to happen. So it's like, what would him gaining the access of being a, you know, a known country give him right now? That's what we don't know. Because you don't really just see, like, kings pulling up to Marijoa or anything like that when it's not a reverie. Like, hey, you know what? Just wanted to get some coffee. We got free donuts every Tuesday. So I had to pull up. I don't know what he wants. Is there some slave or, you know, that he wants to get back? Do they have rocks, like, in custody somewhere in Marijoa, and, you know, if he can walk into the front door without having to deal with a bunch of stuff, then he can get them out? I still don't want to buy that Rocks is alive, but I mean, while we're just throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks, I mean, like, there has to be something here. K-Pro said the long con, dude's been doing the long game since he was 2 years old. Yeah, no, I know it's the long con. I'm trying to, like, he's the master of the long con. Sat on Whitebeard's crew for 30 years or whatever, just waiting for the Yami Yami no Mi.
Savage.
Then put things in place to get what he wanted at Marineford. Like, and every little thing set him up. Still don't know exactly why he went to Drum, other than to just introduce Ace as a character. If anybody has any thoughts on that, like, I do want to hear that. Like, why he went to Drum. Like, what did he need from Drum? But after Jaya, he went after Luffy because he wanted to get the warlord position. Luffy went to the sky. Fate gave him Ace. That gave him the warlord position. He went to Impel Down. He got all the crew members that he wanted. He got access to the war. He got Whitebeard's fruit, which was the other thing that he wanted. He won. Long con. Everything worked out. Fate was in his hands. Here, he wants to collect very specific pieces of different things. He's got Pudding now. He has Koby. He wants, you know, he wants to get a kingdom. there's... I don't know. It'd be kind of crazy if the last road poneglyph was like at Marijoa. You know, something like that. So he needs to be an allied nation to get to it. Power scaling Riz in the chat here. Dan Sheet said Blackbeard got Wapple's brother on drum. So he took the poison mushroom fruit. Whatever that was in the movie. Ramona Villa said, access to the national treasure to control the world, and Drum was to know about the immortality operation from doctors. That's a tinfoil thought about the doctor thing. I mean, that's kind of interesting, though. I would love if it tied to Kureha, because Kureha had the operation done. That's why. That's the secret of her youth. Theory for Theory After Dark. Riz ranking. Theory for Theory. Knights. I'm not trampling on a man's dream. Besides, I'm using your life as a bargaining chip. The government and Navy give in to terrorist acts like these, and all hope is truly lost. Anyway, it's not going to work. I'm a member of Sword. Sword, is that supposed to mean something? He's right. It won't work. Give up on the deal. What it means is, he's a Marine, but he's not a Marine. He's turned in his Marine code. Like you did, Kuzan? Like you did? Think of Sword as sailors who have already submitted their resignations. It means they can choose to fight the Four Emperors if they want, without needing permission from above. You can also ignore any orders they choose. They're wild card commandos. In exchange, the Navy assumes no responsibility for their actions. You can cut them loose at any moment. So, the silhouette that I thought was Law is that I thought that was Law's sword or something, but that's just Prince's hat.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
But I want to know who is next to, because it's Drake in the middle clearly. Who's that on the right? Because it looks like Koala, like Koala's hat. I mean, is it supposed to be Suru's granddaughter? I don't think it's Hibari. I really want to... I don't want to dive too deep into silhouettes and things like that, but I feel like we should be able to draw from some of these. Like, some of these have to be deliberate. Oda's not just penciling in random people. Emerald said, Randy, are there any underrated devil fruits that have a lot of potential and could come back later? Foxy's. Foxy's kind of broken, but not properly utilized. Let's see. Ramona Villa said Law is in front of Gross over the building. Burns said, my phone's about to die, so I gotta exit. Stream was hilarious. Genuinely had a good time. Won't be in stream the next 2 weeks. But when you see me next, I'll be a married man. Take care. Vern. W's in the chat for Vern. Man's about to get lavish.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Congratulations. Congratulations, my guy. Woo! Love that. Ty said he's got to bounce. There was a spoiler that in chapter 1080, Law would die. Chrissy, is that the thing that you saw? That you were like, make sure I'm not on the internet at all? Is that the first thing you saw? Let's see. Alright. I see what you're saying, so that explains the folks who came charging straight for us, unlike the usual mopes who sit around waiting for clearance. I'm not changing plans. I'll take this tactic as far as I'll go. Can the Navy really afford to abandon you to the cruel winds of fate when you're known as a hero far and wide? Let's see. All right. This is one hell of a chapter. I really want this to be a two-parter. It feels like a two-parter. This is the kind of chapter that feels like we need to come back into this and we need to get some sort of a resolution. We can't just leave this. We need at least half of a chapter, because we don't even know what Perona's involvement was here. She just kind of was here. Get back here, Koby. I'll help. Hey, you. I'll help bust you out. As long as you free Moria from the cell in the back. So I wonder if Moria really is here, though. Like, I would love to see that they go to the cell, but Moria is not there or something. Like, that's interesting to me. I don't know. I had to team up with a pirate, but I'm out of better options right now. It would be fun to see, you know, a bunch of, like, doppelmen and just, like, shadow people and zombies and stuff kind of, like, going after the fodder that Blackbeard has. Kuzan Deep said events are set. Kuzan, Katarina, Lafitte are going to Egghead. Blackbeard and the Jaya trio are in Winter. Impel Down guys are in Hachinosu. They go to the cell and find a Moria zombie. K Pro N, appreciate you, said, I like how Blackbeard was like, nah, I ain't falling for that. We're using this dude. And if we can't, we're ending him publicly. That's premium Marshall content. Let's see. Watch out, they're tough. Maybe someone came to rescue me? No, don't hope. I need a Koby feet. That's what I need. I need a Koby feet.
Savage.
Let's get this ball off of his leg. Let's get a Koby feet. Who are they? They're so strong. I've had enough out of you. Off with his head. It's just like clay. Hurt. So is this guy like not even actually a Marine? Like, is there a real version of this guy? Or is this just Prince's like clay bodyguard that he makes from his fruit that goes around with him? Like, I'm very confused by this because he's like, oh, that hurt, and then he gets up, which would imply that this guy is the clay user, but then we see Prince has the clay fruit, and it's just, it's weird. The Lo-Fi is doing Believe right now. Love that. Yeah. I found somebody else that did a bunch of One Piece Lo-Fi, and I just, I had to throw it in there. They're linked in the description. They did mostly like the openings. There's a bunch of like themes that I wish had some lo-fi to it, but hey. I need a Frankie's theme lo-fi too. Alright. Go on, behave yourself. Keep moving. So she was whipping the building. Was Pizarro like popping out of the building or something? Ujaku. So, Kujaki, isn't that Peacock? Because that's what, she's got the Kujaki slashers. So, Kujaku, is that like also some sort of variation of a bird or a peacock or something? Yes, it's peacock. All right. I'd love to see Vivi versus Kujaku. That would be fun. Disciplined woman. I just love this because it really it just solidifies that Suru is sword for me. Alright, we got you surrounded now, Koby. Open fire. Everyone shoot all at the same time. There's like the reason why this is taking so long to do a reread in the first place is because this chapter is so dense. And if you read this chapter, you know it's dense. Like, we're introduced officially to a bunch of new characters. We have so many new powers on the table. Like, there's a lot. There's a lot here. Okay, so it looked like Koby was going to meet his end, but then Hibari uses the, the Vegapunk flower rounds. Koby survives. Hibari's a badass. I think I missed this in my read. She's like, listen, don't take this the wrong way, but if you're hungry, I packed a lunch for you. I think Hibari's got a thing for Koby. I have to say, this is like a really awesome introduction for this character. Hibari, like, maybe one of my like new favorite characters in a long time. Oda packed a lot of like this is just cool. This is just cool. Pro N, appreciate the super to say Hibari drip. Hibari drip. Hibari's got drip for sure.
Savage.
You got the drip. I love it. How's it coming, Prince? Perfect timing. I just finished up. Koby's fine. Gollum. And I also like Prince. Like, I feel justified, like, putting stock early into Sword. Everybody's cool. Everybody's cool. Prince has drip. Hibari's got drip. Prince has an awesome devil fruit. I would love to see him, like, do some more. Because, like, the more he does, the more, like, a video game version of him can do. And, you know, like, I don't know. These are characters that, you know, like, throw them in Bounty Rush. They'd be fun to play as. We're all set. Bring her down right in the middle. Hey, was this square always so cramped? Oh, so... Okay, so now I understand the... We're all set. Bring her right down in the middle. So he's talking to Garp, saying, like, they cleared the square so that they can put... They got Koby out of there. They can put the ship in the middle of the island. This is... What I like about this is it shows how coordinated this attack is. Like, they have plans. They came in with plans. Am I part of the camp that thinks that Hibari is Akaino's daughter or granddaughter? I am not. I've seen everything about the way they use the same speech patterns and everything like that. Just because I have anti-Akainu agenda, I don't want that. ready to go. Tashigi being there is just wild. Hang on tight. Especially considering that Doll went to Egghead. And Tashigi was revealed not to be Sword. Could she be now? I've always said Smoker and Tashigi aren't Sword, but they embody the ideals of Sword, so it makes sense that Tashigi is here. But I want Smoker to go to Egghead. Like, having Garp be this great of a tactician is just Garp stocks. It's Garp stocks. Oh, what? A battleship? Just run for it. I can't, it's too crowded. I thought he retired. It's the hero of legend. Run for your lives. Get off the island. There's no exit from the square. Hey, pirates. Do you have any idea who you've taken prisoner? Koby's the future of the Navy. It's more, he's my protege. I love this. I love this because it's just like it's a successful operation that is definitely going to go wrong, but for now, it's just W's. Chapter 1080. I don't know. I feel like this is. We've had a lot of bangers lately, but I don't know. This one's like, if it's not top 1, it's top 3. This beats last week. Like, everything with Shanks and Kid was phenomenal and iconic and everything like that, but like this is story building. There's so many theories and like the conversations that can come from this kind of stuff. There's really awesome merchandise opportunities. Like I want like a Hibari minifigure that is, you know, looking down the barrel. I want a figure of Prince that has like a little golem like glooping from his hand. Like that's dope. This is awesome. This is great. And this feels like a two-parter. I think 1081 is just more. It's more. And how is Oda gonna give us 1079, go on break? Give us 1080, go on break? How? Don't do this to me, Oda. Come on. I need more. But now more than ever, Garp is sword stocks. We didn't get the Oda box. But you cannot tell me he is not sword. Everybody in this chapter is sword, except for Tashigi. As far as like confirmed swords. It's a red alert chapter. It's a red alert. I love how, you know, like, we're like, Shanks's divine departure is one of the best feats of the series, and then the next chapter, like, Garp nukes full of lead with a punch. Mania creator, appreciate the sub. Like, comment, subscribe. If you were feeling the vibe, be like Mania creator. Don't miss the content. Don't miss the streams. Don't miss the fun. Don't miss the savagery. We do this. We do this every week. Big players are playing big. Low fight. Uda? Yeah. Oh yeah. We got this. I am salty for the break. I am. Because I want chapters. I love talking to people. I love doing theory for theory. But, I want chapters. Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah. Siren Sama. No, you're not getting pulled over. This chapter just bangs. Let's see. We're gonna get Dragon and Mihawk showing off soon. I can feel it. I would love that. I need some. You know, a very good display from Croc as well. Dable said, "I'm ready to argue that Iceberg got top tier Riz." I mean, Tyrannosaurus in your pocket. Got Tyrannosaurus in his pocket. He's got the Clooney Riz. I'm not even gonna fight that. That's King energy right there. That's Riz all day. Got the drip. He's got the clean haircut. Tyrannosaurus in the pocket. Underrated character. Severely underrated. Man of the year. All right. Let's see. Let's have a little bit of chair peace, and I'll be right back. All right. So, we're on break. Who do we want for theory for theory? Who we thinking, guys? Who we thinking? People say Robin got that diabolical ruin my life. I don't even care, Riz. Sway Shocks wants me to bring back Dak for the double. I like the idea of Recon, but I did just speak to him at the Shanks Summit with King of Lightning. So I would have done King. I would have probably tried to get Recon on here if we had a couple of more chapters. And plus, Recon did like, I don't know, I want to say like 5 or 6 collabs last week. So I feel like he's probably gotten most of his ideas out, and I want to see some new ideas. Chin said the impossible guest, Sawyer. That'd be fun, but it is the impossible guest. Yes. Seeing teching in the chat. That's kind of fun. Jacob saying Jay, he needs agenda. Volume 1 is interesting. Because I didn't really get to talk to them at the Reverie. You know, they came in, they stayed for a little bit, but it was like during like the power scaling part of the Reverie. So I didn't really get into like their origin or anything else. Bring back Par. Maybe. I haven't talked to Par in a while. Maybe Par in like May or June. Feel bad stealing him when he's got it's only about 4 months old now. Wait until about 6 months. Get Watch Mojo. I got an email from the guy who made that Watch Mojo video. He was like, he
Savage.
thanked me for mentioning it on the Reverie or something. Red Hood 52, appreciate you. Said also, Randy, do you think you'd be doing an upgrade to Laws and Sword Theory with this new news about Sword? So that is fun. I've been wanting to do it. And, you know, and we were just talking about this in Discord recently. It's just like some, you know, they were like, how old is the Laws and Sword Theory? And I said, it's about 4 years old. 4 years going strong. What did we see? Because, I mean, we were literally just talking about this like 2 days ago, so that's why it's fresh in my head. It was like September 20th, September 21st or something. That's when 956 officially dropped in 2019. So come September will be 4 years of Laws and Sword. And like I came up with the the idea for that a few days prior to the official release. And put it on Reddit. I want to say on like the 16th or the 19th or something like that. So, and it hasn't been debunked yet. I mean, you know, we'll see what happens when we'll see what happens when we go back to Winter's Island, but you know. Mr. Bushido 56 said Tashki here is where Smoker needs to be on Egghead. That's where his story needs to be. Yeah, Mr. Beast? Sure, I'll call him right up. Yeah, Matt Owens. Nah, we'll wait for the, you know, we need either live action news or season 1 needs to come out, and then we'll get Matt. Reddit said, I personally think Kuzan may not be in Sword. That's an interesting take. So, you saying that also reminds me that I have considered Kuzan Garp's protege for a long time, and in this chapter, Garp definitively calls Koby his protege. Now, I mean, like, I never said that Koby wasn't his protege. It was like, this is the new generation version of his protege. So, I'm pretty sure that Kuzan and Garp have some sort of secret alliance where he is maybe not under the title of Sword. He's like deep undercover where he's Sword but not Sword. But Garp knows that he's, you know, still, you know, they're working together. And I think that Kuzan has to... It's too convenient for him to have been on Punk Hazard without having some sort of connection to Law, too. So... Mr. Bushido 56 said, X-Straight and Carrot will be on Egghead soon. I'd love to see Drake. Carrot is busy, you know, controlling the, you know, being the Duke of the Dukedom. Kakia said, I think the name Cross Guild implies the dynamic of the group as a guild, not a crew. An association of people for mutual aid or a common goal, not one person in charge. That's how I see Dofi joining. Yeah, he'll be doing his own thing, but yeah. I can still see it. I mean, there's too much ties to Crocodile and Doflamingo that we're definitely going to get some sort of an interaction with them again before the end of the series if Oda can fit it in. Because there's still build-up for it. I look ready to pass out. Well, I didn't get much sleep, but feel like I'm pretty awake. This chapter certainly woke me up. I wonder what Oda has planned for Moria. I think it's more interesting if Moria really ties into some sort of plan that Blackbeard has. Otherwise, it's just like, hey, remember this old villain? He's here too. I don't know. I need plot relevance for these things. And Blackbeard is the person who actually, like, motivates the plot also. You know, and that's why in the Theory for Theory with Dak, we had a lot of really good ideas for what pudding could mean. Moria is the shadow to Luffy's son, said Fable. That's fun. That's fun. Mike Locke said, are we sure he's Moria and not Katarina? Are we sure that he's Koby and not Katarina? Oh, man. Are we going to, you know, if people were talking about Marineford parallels, are we going to get the Squard moment where Koby, you know, stabs Garp, but it's Katarina? It's like, we should have known all the other Impel Down guys are there. Dizzy said, I'll put Moria in a pot and saute his garlic-looking ass. Bro. He's an onion. Sandeep said, no, don't open the Pandora box now. Oda is still keeping us guessing. We know that there's a Blackbeard pirate ship that's going to Egghead, but we don't know who's on it, and we can only sit here and continue to speculate because it's not entirely proven either way. Hey, Pro said, I gotta go. Have a good one. Keep up the good work, homie. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, K-Pro. Thank you. Thank you. We'll probably be wrapping up pretty soon here because we're at 2.5, which feels fair for this chapter.
Savage.
We got some ideas for Theory, so figure that out. I'll try and set that up. We gotta get an analysis video out for this. We've got a break week, so definitely want to work on another video for break week, which maybe I'll just do the video based on the reassembling Joy Boy thing. I do have some new ideas for that as well. And make sure to reach out to Watch Mojo. That's funny. Let's see. So right now, my hope is that 1081 is just more of this. You can't. This isn't something you cut away from. There is no resolution here. This is just there needs to be more. So we may go to Winter's Island if Blackbeard is still there with Law. Blackbeard may be arriving here. Everything considering, you know, like what is going on here, Blackbeard really should play a role in this more so than being on Egghead right now. Otherwise, there's no point in Garp being here. Even though I do like the idea of what it could bring if Blackbeard went to Egghead. But either way, it's still a W because there's some Blackbeard pirates that are going there. Lego piece. Dak awakened his Lurk no Mi. back. This chapter was great. And it plays into a lot of the stuff we talked about last week. You know, like the Blackbeard of it all. I mean, we were sitting there even speculating on Blackbeard pirate fruits, and lo and behold, we get 95% of them. Let's see. I don't think Oda can stray away from Egghead too much longer. I mean, look, I want another chapter that has nothing to do with Egghead, but like a full chapter. But I feel like we're gonna get half of a chapter of this stuff. Maybe 2 pages of something else. And then, like, I don't know, 3-4 pages of Egghead. Bring us back into the structure of everything before we go back out again. Oda was watching our stream for sure. Yeah, that's why he was like, yeah, no, I was gonna do the snow leopard thing for Pizarro, but, you know, sorry, Dak. I'm just happy to get some Garp content, happy to get some sword content, happy to get some martial content. Shout out to the boy Mars Hall D Teach. Oh. Dax said that his theory was that Vasco had an ectoplasm/slime fruit, and he was introduced on a snot bubble. Oda said, nice try. I just want to see what kind of shenanigans like Oda's actually going to get into with all of this like booze fruit thing, because, man, like that's basically having the water fruit. I don't know. Brandon said, I don't know if you saw this, but what about Pizarro versus Jinbei, man of the land versus man of the sea, and another cat versus fish fight? So I think that was like Dak's idea last week, was that Jinbei would fight Pizarro because of, you know, the way that he speaks, like the, you know, the cat thing, tie it to who's the cat, etc. I could see that, and that would still be fun. It's tough. It's tough. Because, like, Pizarro now is an extremely technical battle. And I don't know, it might take more than just karate to get him out. But I mean, like, if Jinbei knows Ryo, which is, you know, kind of the basis of Fishman karate, if he uses Fishman karate on the stone, could he hit Pizarro? It's tough. It's a difficult fight. How do you use the glug glug fruit is right. Get your opponent drunk. Damn. Yo, Oda's a savage too. Because he made, like... God. All of those comments that he had about Hancock, and then he can make people drunk. Oda, what are you doing? Basically gave Vasco a shot the roofie no me. I don't know if I can Vasco's trash. Oda's on watch. Also, if the clay fruit is a Logia. So the crazy thing about Prince's fruit, right, is that it seems like an upgraded version of Mr. Three's fruit, in a way. But then he can give autonomy to his golems, so he can create something and then bring it to life. Like, that's broken. I don't know if that's a Logia, though, because it's coming out of his hands. I think he's a Paramecia. And then his drones, his golems that he make, like, have Logia properties because they're just clay. But also, is it just because we're reading a black and white page? Are they in color? Who's painting them? Because Mr. 3 had Miss Golden Week. If this dude is able to just, like, also make colors, broken. Broken. World breaking. Rule breaking. I don't know. It said Vasco's Cosby. God. Cosby did all those pudding commercials, and now they've captured pudding. This goes all the way to the top, Chin. Red Hood said Prince is probably my favorite devil fruit for real. So he's mine too. Like, out of all of the fruits in this, like, Prince is my favorite. Because it's just cool. And I love the little toy of himself that he made. Love that. Like, I need, like, a little stuffed animal of that, and then I can, like, cosplay this dude. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap things up. This chapter was beyond a 10 out of 10. We got some things that implicate Rocky Port. We've got an explanation of Sword, which still does not debunk any of the theories of Sword. Garp allegations have been dropped, and the Garp agenda is at an all-time high. An all-time high. Cashing out. And I think the only thing that I'm, like, really bummed about is Pizarro's fruit, because it's just Pika. And at that point, I just kind of wish they, like, killed Pika and just took his fruit, and that would be more interesting. But whatever. I mean, like, the way Oda uses it, like, visually, it's super interesting and cool. But it's just another redo. Everything else, good God. We do still have almost 400 people in here. 2.5 hours in. Like, thank you everybody for tuning in to this Sword agenda. This Marshall agenda, this Garp agenda. This is prime time. It's prime time. This is going to be a fun analysis. It's going to be fun to talk about. It's going to be fun to do a theory for theory with. I am going to wrap things up, guys. I want to thank everybody for joining me. If you celebrate Easter, happy Easter. If you celebrate Easter and you've been here, and Seb said, Garp is sword. You know this. We've been saying this since chapter 956. Sword agenda at an all-time high. This is a W stream. This is a W stream. And we had W's. There are W's to be had here. So let's celebrate them.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. And another one.
Alright. Can Pizarro merge with the red line since it's made of island? That's interesting. If that's why he went after Pizarro's fruit in the first place? Ooh. That's something that's something to leave the stream with. I think you're onto something there. Thoughts on Prince being a Don Quixote? Nah. He's just drippy like them. He does give Corazon vibes and all of that, but I don't think we're gonna retread that. I think that's just Rebecca's pink Nami. That's all that is. All right, guys. Appreciate you, and I will see you soon in the analysis, in the theory for theory, and hopefully another video. Guys.
I've been swimming deep, deep. Savage.